Uh, Namaskar and welcome to my channel Commerce with Vikas sir. मैले अस्तिको दिन एउटा नयाँ च्याप्टर अकाउन्टिङ फर सेयर क्यापिटलबाट इम्पोर्टेन्ट थ्योरिज डिस्कस गर्न सुरु गरेको थियो. I had started important theories from accounting for share capital, and today we are going to discuss few more theories from the same chapter. Okay, so let's uh, take what do you mean by called up capital. It was asked in 2023. Called up capital, see, it is that part of subscribed capital which has been called up by the directors for payment in order to carry out the functions of the company. Yesterday we learned the minimum subscriptions, even we learned the reserve capital. So today we are going to learn called up capital. So called up capital means a part of subscribed capital which has been called by the directors for payment. See, if a company issues 80,000 shares, it is issued capital, but the public purchases only 70,000 shares, then 70,000 is the subscribed capital. And if the face value of share is rupees 10 and the company has called up 7 in several installment like application, allotment, and first call, then that 7 rupees will be called up capital. And if it is of 70,000, 70,000 into 7 is 14, and that is 7 lakh 14 90,000 will be the value of called up capital. So it is simply the part of subscribed capital which has been called by the directors for payment. So यो कल्ट अफ द सब्सक्राइब क्यापिटलको एउटा पार्ट हो जुन चाहिँ पब्लिकले पेमेन्ट गर्नुको लागि डिरेक्टर्सले अलरेडी कल गरिसकेको छ. अनि जुन चाहिँ आउट अफ 10 रुपिस 7 रुपियाँ कल गरिसकेको छ भने द्याट इज कल्ड कल्ट अफ क्यापिटल. अब 7 रुपियाँमा 3 रुपियाँ कल गरेको छैन एन्ड द्याट इज सिम्पली कल द uncalled capital. And what is paid up capital? It is a part of subscribed capital which is actually received in cash by the company. See, हिजो हामीले कल्स इन एरियरको बारेमा पनि कुरा गऱ्यौँ. कल्स इन एरियर कम्पनीले पैसा माग्यो, डिरेक्टर्सले पैसा माग्यो, तर कतिवटा सेयर होल्डर्सले पैसा दिएन. सो द्याट्स कल्ड कल्स इन एरियर. सपोज कम्पनीले 7 रुपिस गरेर 70,000 सेयर्सको पैसा माग्यो, द्याट इज कम्पनी हेज टु रिसिभ 7,90,000 रुपिस. तर 10,000 सेयर होल्डर्सले पैसा दिएन भने त कम्पनीले त 60,000 को मात्रै पैसा पाए. सो 60,000 into 767 is 42, that is 4,20,000 will be the paid up capital. So paid up capital means it's a part of subscribed capital which is actually received in cash by the company. अनि जुन चाहिँ कल गरेको छ तर has not been paid up, that is called the unpaid capital, and which has not been called, that is called the called up capital भनेर बुझिन्छ. अब कुरा आउँछ, दिस इज भेरी इम्पोर्टेन्ट. ओभर सब्सक्रिप्सन अफ सेयर्स, दिस इज भेरी इम्पोर्टेन्ट. सी, कम्पनीले इस्यु गर्यो 70,000 shares, but public purchased 80,000 shares of that company. That is called oversubscriptions, and company cannot allot more than 70,000 shares. So कम्पनीले बेच्नुको लागि 70,000 सेयर्स मार्केटमा इस्यु गरे, तर त्यो सेयर त मार्केटमा भएको डिफ्रेन्ट पिपलले डिफ्रेन्ट जग्गाबाट किन्छ. त्यसो हुँदाखेरि इन टुगेदर द कम्पनीको सेयर 70,000 भन्दा बेसी पब्लिकले पर्चेस गर्यो भनेदेखि 70,000 देखिको एक्सेस जति किन्यो त्यसलाई कल ओभर सब्सक्रिप्सन भन्छ. एन्ड एज अ रुल कम्पनी क्यानट मेक अलटमेन्ट अन ओभर सब्सक्राइब सेयर्स, एन्ड त्यो कम्पनी either shares को पैसा डल्लै फर्काउनु पर्छ or it has to go for pro rata allotment. So when the number of shares applied for is more than the number of shares offered for subscription, the shares are said to be subscribed. That is, when the shares applied by the public is more than which is offered to the public for subscription, that is called oversubscription. So oversubscription means subscribed capital is greater than issued capital. When the subscribed capital is greater than issued capital, it is called oversubscription. So issued capital भन्दा बेसी पब्लिकले सब्सक्राइब गर्यो भने त्यसलाई हामी सब्सक्राइब क्यापिटल भन्छौँ. अर्को छ व्हाट डु यु मीन बाई रिइस्यु अफ फर्फिटेड शेयर्स. सी, जब कम्पनीले पैसा कल गर्यो कल्ड अफ क्यापिटलमा देयर मे बी सम डिफल्टिङ शेयर होल्डर्स जसले पेमेन्ट गरेको छैन अनि त्यो डिफल्टिङ शेयर होल्डर्सलाई 14 days को क्लियर नोटिस दिन्छ तब पनि पे गरेन भने that shares will be forfeited and that is simply the forfeiture of shares we have already discussed. तर what do you mean a ratio of forfeited shares means once the company forfeits the shares from the defaulting shareholders it will be once again sold to another shareholder at a certain rate. That is called forfeiture ratio of forfeited shares. So ratio of forfeited shares means reselling of forfeited shares to some other persons or business. It is not an allotment of shares but only a sale. It is not an allotment. भन्नुको मतलब कम्पनीले 500 shares forfeit गरे for non payment of allotment or first call or final call. त्यो 500 shares if it is reissued to another person that is called reissue of forfeited shares. Shares may be reissued at par or at premium or at a discount. Okay, त्यसलाई भन्छ reissue of forfeited shares. Now we'll come to calls in arrear. त हामीले बुझ्यौं. Calls in arrear means amount called for payment by a company but not yet received by the company. This is calls in arrear. So what do you mean by calls in advance? See, sometimes के हुन्छ भन्दा धेरैवटा शेयर होल्डर्स हुन्छ जसले त्यो पार्ट इन्स्टलमेन्टमा पैसा दिइरानु दे भन्दा बरु दे विल पे द होल कल मनी अलङ विथ अलटमेन्टको पैसा माग्यो तर कलको पैसा मागेको छैन. तर कतिजना शेयर होल्डर्सले चाहिँ एडभान्समै त्यो अलटमेन्टसँगै कल्स इन फर्स्ट कल अथवा फाइनल कलको पैसा डल्लै अलटमेन्टसँगै पे गर्यो भने द्याट इज कल्ड कल्स इन एडभान्स एन्ड इट इज अ लायबिलिटी फर द कम्पनी. ओके, so the part of the whole amount received from the shareholders before the call is made is called in advance. The amount is shown on the liability side of the balance sheet as a separate item under the heading share capital but is not added to the amount of all paid up capital. So this is very important. So calls in arrear भनेको चाहिँ के हो? When the shareholders made payment before call are being made by the company यसलाई भन्छ calls in advance. र calls in advance they balance sheet को liability side मा अलग्गै हेडिङ शेयर क्यापिटलमा जोड्छ, यसलाई पेड अप क्यापिटलमा जोडिँदैन. अर्को इम्पोर्टेन्ट छ व्हाट इज अनकल्ड क्यापिटल. सो इट इज अल्सो भेरी इम्पोर्टेन्ट. इट इज अ पार्ट अफ द सब्सक्राइब क्यापिटल विच हेज नट येट बिन कल्ड अप बाई डाइरेक्टर्स फर पेमेन्ट. जति सब्सक्राइब गर्यो सपोज 70,000 सब्सक्राइब गर्यो अफ रुपिस 10 इच 7 रुपिस चाहिँ कल गर्यो डाइरेक्टर्स द्याट इज कल्ड कल्ड अप क्यापिटल बट 3 per share गरेर फाइनल कल गरेकै छैन. द्याट इज कल्ड द अनकल्ड क्यापिटल. सो अनकल्ड क्यापिटल केही पनि होइन. इट्स अ पार्ट अफ सब्सक्राइब क्यापिटल विच इज नट यट कल्ड बाई द डाइरेक्टर्स फर पेमेन्ट. यो कल्स इन एरियर होइन, पेमेन्ट नगरेको होइन. पेमेन्टको लागि कम्पनीले पैसा मागेकै छैन. कम्पनीले पैसा माग्यो, डाइरेक्टर्सले पैसा माग्यो तर सेयर होल्डर्सले दिएन, त्यो चाहिँ कल्स इन एरियर हो. यहाँ चाहिँ डाइरेक्टर्सले नै सेयर होल्डर्सलाई पैसा मागेको छैन र सेयर होल्डर्सले पैसा दिएको छैन, त्यो चाहिँ अनकल्ड क्यापिटल. So it is a part of subscribed capital which has not yet been called up by the directors for payment. सो दिस इज अनकल्ड क्यापिटल. अब अर्को इम्पोर्टेन्ट कुरा छ हामीले याद गर्नुपर्ने, issue of shares. See, shares may be issued at par, it may be issued at premium, or it may be issued at a discount. So let's discuss what is an issue of shares at par. Shares ko value 10 rupees, it is may called face value or the nominal value. And market it is being sold at, it may be sold at a different price, that is called the market value or agreed value. 10 rupees ko share, but it is being sold in the market at 10, or it may be sold in the market at 12, or it may be sold in the market at 9. It means if the shares are issued at a price which is equal to face value, it is called issue of shares at par. If the shares are issued at a price which is more than the face value, it is called issue of shares at premium. If the shares are issued in the market at a price which is less than face value, it is called issue of shares at discount. That is, when the issue price is equal to the face value or nominal value of the shares, it is called issue of shares at par. Rupees 10 equity shares issued at rupees 10 each. Issue of shares premium, if the issue price or market price of the shares of the company is more than the nominal value of that share, it is called at a premium. That is, rupees 10 equity shares sold at rupees 12. Issue of shares at discount, if shares issue price or market price is less than the face value of the shares, it is called issue of shares at discount. Okay, issue of shares at a discount is a capital loss for the company, whereas issue of shares at a premium is a capital income for the company. So shares may be issued at par, at premium, at discount. यदि मार्केट प्राइस अथवा इस्यु प्राइस फेस भ्यालु भन्दा बेसी छ भने त्यसलाई इस्यु अफ सेयर्स एट प्रिमियम भन्छ. जब इस्यु प्राइस र फेस भ्यालु बराबर छ भने इस्यु अफ सेयर्स एट पार भन्छ. जब इस्यु प्राइस फेस भ्यालु भन्दा कम्ती छ भने इस्यु अफ सेयर्स एट डिस्काउन्ट भन्छ. सो दिस इज द सेकेन्ड एपिसोड and I have discussed different important problems, and all these problems are very important from the viewpoint of your setup or your coming board exams. Please study thoroughly. अहिलेको समय अहिले यो टाइम इज अ दिवाली सेलिब्रेसन हुँदैछ. इभन देन मैले टाइम निकालेर भिडियो बनाउनु म्यानेज गर्दैछु भने तिमीहरूको जसको पनि सेन्टअप इक्जाम आउँदैछ तिमीहरूले टाइम निकालेर पढ्ने म्यानेज गर्नुपर्छ. टिल देन, गुड बाई, एन्ड प्लिज डोन्ट फर्गेट टु like my video, share my video, and subscribe my video. See you soon.